Hello and welcome to Show and Sell, the show that celebrates digging through other people's trash. Hello, I'm Chris, Trash Dragon of the West. This is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
I feel like we're supposed to do a call and response after that. Like you introduce your guitar, and Joe and I are both supposed to say, "Hi, Mr. Blankenship."
You can. This is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
Hi, Mr.
Blankenship.
Blankenship.
Mr. Blankenship. That's
Rather
not
cheeky.
appropriate.
That was. We're gonna get demonetized, you. So I'm Trash Dragon of the West. I sell pop culture media items on eBay and Discogs. And the thing I'm probably going to make for Christmas dinner is crawfish etouffee. But I'm also having a gumbo party the next day. Katie, what's the questions to you?
Oh, I'm Katie, and I'm the Trash Dragon of the South, and I look for and sell mainly clothing and accessories, but I like anything sparkly or really, really cool. And for Christmas dinner, I'm not making things. I only make baked goods, so cookies.
Do you have a special Christmas baked good?
I sure do. They're called candy cane crisp cookies. They're made with like a pound of butter and powdered sugar. They just dissolve in your mouth. It's the sweetest. I'm a real sweet person. I'm not really a chocolate person. So it's not for the faint of heart. And you can't, it's sort of like Krispy Kreme where you get kind of wired when you eat a bunch of them. These are those. But then they have crushed candy canes in the cookie and on top. So it's like powdery sugar, hint of peppermint. They're really good if you love sugar.
I do. I actually make sugar plums, which are genuinely great. It's just dried fruit and nuts and spices, and it's the best. But before we get too down a rabbit hole about desserts, Joe, what about you? Who are you? And
my name is Joe, and I'm the Trash Dragon of the East. I like to buy a little bit of everything and a lot of any one thing. I also like to buy sort of industrial and practical items, such as old office supplies, such as this beautiful old gunmetal gray or battleship gray swing line stapler. Ask for it by name, swing line.
Swing line.
And this is, I counter you a red swing line.
Whoa.
Which was 20% more because it's a lady stapler.
This is my slide whistle, Mr. Blankenship. What's that, Mr. Blankenship? You think Chris's guitar is stupid? What? Oh my God. Well, I'm not inviting you back ever.
Okay. Wait, that's Mr. Blankenship or Uncle Blankenship?
That's Mr. Blankenship.
It's his brother. They're both. The slide whistle was adopted. Wow. So obviously this is a Christmas episode, last one of the year. So if you're hoping for more episodes in 2023, 8 is our maximum. Sorry. But before we get too far down the line, I wanted to do an update quickly of my worst eBay experience, which was having a shipment picked up and having a shipment picked up, and then the truck was robbed, so everything got stolen. It was just the wait was torture. And
tell me about it. I was the one who was waiting.
It's just like having your brother like hold a fist up against you. It's just like it's gonna happen. Yeah, but it's just like you're just waiting, and he's just
say Uncle Blankenship. Okay.
Yeah. This is not Chekhov's slide whistle. You don't have to wait for the third act for this to go. Although I'm going to use it.
Basically, I had to refund everyone their money, explain, apologize. But one guy wrote back and sent a picture, and he was just like, "Oh, I got the envelope today, and it was cut open. Like someone basically cut it open, took the CD out, and then put the thing back in the mail for whatever reason."
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, the guy got it. He was like, "Yeah." I was just like, Was there what was the CD there? He's like, no, it was cut open. So we should get into the item that brought us joy this week.
That brought you joy.
Maybe preemptive. It's maybe a little bit too early, but I got this. I got this in an estate sale today. It is the Casio ML88, which is
my gosh.
a combination alarm clock, calculator, and keyboard.
What else do you need?
So I have to like replace. I popped the batteries out. They looked like they hadn't like there were no corroded ends to it. So at least we're that much closer to it working. And if it does, if it works, I'll be really excited. You can see. I don't know if you can. I'll cut to picture. There's like you can see like on the keys. There's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you can actually like do a whole little. You can actually play a little melody on your calculator.
Another thing that plays music.
Just like the Kraftwerk song, "Pocket." I'm the operator of my pocket calculator.
That's great. Are you gonna keep it?
We'll see. It depends upon. I might keep it. We'll see how it goes.
Does it bring you joy because of the memories it brings back of having it, or is it?
I just love. I've just been thinking a lot more about like not analog, because this is digital. But like the primitive digital age of like digital watches and like the old like just like calculators and so on. I was just like, gosh, I really would like to have like a digital watch or a digital clock.
Tamagotchi.
What's that?
The Tamagotchi.
I when they were closing those out, I bought like 3 or 4 of them, and I really wish I would have. Wish I would have hung on to them, but it's too late now.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's the thing that brings me joy: the Casio ML88. Ask for it by name.
I'm sure there was really exciting commercials for that.
Yeah, I'm sure it spun in the air, and it was
like there's this like fire and lightning shows. Like the computing power is unparalleled.
Infinity at your fingertips.
Yeah,
1 kilobyte of massive computing action. Calculate your life. Calculate digits. Calculate up to 10 digits at a time.
Katie, would you like to go?
Oh, yes. I have something that I actually got a few weeks back, but a few weeks back I had something else exciting. So I'm going to do them now, even though it was joy from a few weeks ago. I played paper dolls a lot when I was a kid, and these were some of my favorite. They're Tom Tierney is the artist, and these are from, I believe, let me check the copyright. These are from 1986. And so this one's Judy Garland. And it's her in all of her movies. They're just extremely artistic. They're not really paper dolls. They're more
Chanel.
Apparently Chanel. And so
Nice.
It's a bunch of different looks from Chanel in the 60s.
Good.
And when I was growing up, I didn't have either of these. I had Grace Kelly, and then I had the 1920s because they also had decades. They had like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. But they're really highly specialized. And I remember these from being a kid because they're impossible for a child to cut out.
Oh,
there's no preparation. It's not like a normal paper doll. They're an actual art. Does that make sense?
Okay, so like usually like there's like kind of like the paper dolls would be kind of almost pre-punched out, right?
Right. And there would be a white border on these. These are not. And I'm seeing little tiny leaves and a scalloped sleeve, things that you're trying to cut with like a manicure scissor. These were the ones that I always had my mom cut out for me, or someone like beg someone to help me because I would ruin them when I would cut them out. But anyways, I was excited about these, and it looks like they're a little bit valuable. So
that's amazing.
That's really great.
It's kind of interesting that it's Chanel. It's basically saying, hey, kids, get into high fashion.
I don't know who these are for.
Right.
I don't know who would want these. I think they had
like very, very proper little boys would like those.
It was just very, and then also I was sort of surprised because they were at that great antique mall that I love, that I find all the frames at in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
They had tons of them. They had lots of the different ones. I just was really, I can't just be buying lots of paper dolls. That's
madness.
Even if I want them, and now I can cut them out properly. That's not right. So, anyways, I think I'll be putting them for sale.
Exactly. I've got a pretty.
What brought you joy, Chris?
What about me? What? Thank you for asking. First, I just wanted to point out my antlers are from our mutual friend Ramey's raid show, Princemas, from last year, which they're sadly not doing again. I've kept them, and it's one of the few Christmassy things I have. But so it's a zine called Purple Twilight, and like it's from 1985.
Is that
Zines,
propaganda?
huh?
Is that propaganda? Is it like something, but then on the inside, it's like, I want to tell you about.
Oh no, it's basically just music and media, and it's just kind of like nerds writing things and doing music reviews. It's very photocopied, very. But if like I'm helping a friend sell. Who is that kind of creepy photographer who looks like all of his models are
Woodstock resident Terry Richardson.
Yes,
That's it.
thank you.
I signed him
Polaroid
into,
guy?
I signed him into vote a couple years ago.
Okay.
I was working as a poll worker, and yeah.
I think I have I'm selling a friend. He did a zine, like a photo zine, back in the '80s, like 1980. So that's like worth like $500.
Oh, wow.
So occasionally, old zines are worth money, just because if someone wants it, no one's got it, except me. I got your stuff, and so. Yeah, it's basically just not just, but people writing passionately about the music they love for just the joy of it. But I'm flipping through it.
San Clemente Scene Report.
Exactly. But so my landlord wrote an article for it.
What?
No.
Years ago. Her name is Liz, and that's her last name. I might block it out, but
About what?
it's about the band Modern Art, and this was 1985. This came out, and she was just like, "How did you find this?" And I'm like, "Just luck," and just happened to look through it and find it. And she's just like, "That is insane," because she was like, "I was in London and this and that," and I was just like, "That's wild." So.
Would you get brownie points if you gave that to her?
I would, but I could have a couple $100 for if I don't.
Is it possibly worth a couple $100, or is it? Have you researched it?
I'm looking. It's hard to tell the zines. Let's move on to our next segment, which is Unearthed Treasure.
Unearthed Treasure.
Treasure. So this time, I asked people to bring their Christmas finest, their best Christmas thrifted items. And so, Joe, would you like to go
First again? Me? No, Chris, you go first.
Wow.
No, Chris, you go first.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm handing ownership of the show to you. Okay, I'll go. So I am actually wearing mine underneath my fun orange shirt. Hold on for 1 second.
No, get with the reveal.
Kind of show. This is a different kind of show.
Oh, goodness.
Whoa!
So
What? Is that a Whitesnake Christmas shirt?
it might be.
Wow. Oh my God.
Why? Why did they do that? Are they related to Christmas in a way that I don't know about?
No, it's just probably they were touring around.
Opening for Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Probably.
I wish all bands would do Christmas merch. That's amazing.
But yeah, it's just kind of like the famous, like Whitesnake. There we go. And on the back, it says, "Get snaky," which I feel like they really missed the ball because they could have clearly just had it Snake Santa.
Or I'm dreaming of a Whitesnake Christmas. Come on. The
thing
is open, fellas. You just like...
It really is.
I'm dreaming of a Whitesnake Christmas is great.
Be embarrassed. Get snakies just sound... What are they trying... It's not even a clever play on anything.
They're just letting Tawny Katane do all the like t-shirt designs at this point.
Whitesnake shirt, that's my Christmas finest. I have a ugly sweater, but it's hard to really take those seriously. It's cute. Yeah. Katie, why don't you tell us about your item?
I mean, I have fringe and sequins on this one.
That is...
my Christmas item? My Christmas, I don't have any, like, all my Christmas items got moldy. So the only two things that I saved and I really care about are this Uncle Drosselmeyer. I care about him very much.
I did not know that was a name. Like he has how?
From the actual Nutcracker. Yeah,
Okay.
the story.
Oh, wow.
This is Uncle Drosselmeyer, and he always has an eye patch, and he is the one who actually gives the Nutcracker to Clara, the little girl, which is how the story is formed. And he says on him, underneath, 2007 limited edition, and he's number 1365 out of 7334. I feel like those are all made up numbers. I feel like he was made around 2012, maybe. I mean, 2020. I don't know. 2020 is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Anyways, there he is. He's a gentleman and a scholar. And then I have
a little rascally, piratey.
The other thing that I care about is the Rat King from Nutcracker. These are literally all I have.
Where's that from?
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
You not know the story of Nutcracker? Okay.
I just know that some of the tunes are bangers.
Yeah. These are the characters that I like the most. You see the Nutcracker all the time, just that he's like a soldier.
Right.
He's the main one, but I get excited about the sidekick. This one also says 2000, which I feel like is a lie. I think there's something happening where somebody made these, but I found these at an antique mall in Nashville, and I got really, really excited and probably paid too much because I got so excited about them. And by too much, I mean I think I paid $10. I mean, the Nutcrackers are something that definitely show up at the Goodwill and places, like any kind of Nutcracker. So, because they're just decoration. You can't really crack nuts. Yeah. Regardless, Joe, what is your
do that? You can just do that in your biceps. So, Joe, why don't you finally go?
Okay, what I'd like to show you is my inflatable Santa Claus, Mr. Blankenship. What's that, Mr. Blankenship? Oh my gosh! I want you to have a Merry Christmas too. Uh-oh, Francis is reacting to the squeak. He loves the squeaky toys.
Get on there, Francis. He's great. Is he old? He looks kind of old.
He is.
Not
it says
old in age.
It says Xmas, but also it's X apostrophe MAS, which is kind of a weird stylization. And I got this at an estate. Oh, geez, that's not great. I got it on a estate sale last year, and unfortunately, I tried to sell it last year at the consignment shop I have a booth at, and it didn't sell. So I'm keeping him, and I'm doubly keeping him because the price tag, you can see, the ink bled through the price tag and sort of tattooed his skull. So
that's totally badass.
Inflatable Santa, $10 on it. So I'm gonna keep him and cherish him forever.
Oh, Pop.
Can I ask a question? Do either of you sell vintage Christmas decorations? I've seen some. I really like vintage Christmas stuff the most. And sometimes I see it. Not this faux vintage that I have. Like, you know what like the little cardboard cutouts that sit on your lawn and stuff. I've seen those, or like the light up ones. I know those sell pretty well. Have either of you ever sold one of things like that?
Yes, I had I had some. Not this last year. I had bought a. Every year I go to Minnesota to a family gathering first weekend in May where they have like a townwide yard sale, and so we went out and I found a Santa in his sleigh with a reindeer, pretty sizable blow mold, and I bought it. And my mom understands that blow mold. She supports what I do. She likes it, but she hates blow molds. She finds blow molds to be extremely tacky, and so when I
glow
buy
are the plastic things that light up. Is that what a glow mo is?
The blow molds are like they're like the Santa, the Santas that like the plastic Santas with the light up that sit on the front yard.
Okay, so I am thinking.
So they're hollow, right?
Yes, they're the hollow plastic things with the light in the inside, right? That sit on your lawn, or you'd put it on your house if it's big enough. Okay.
Yes, and so I sold that for like $125, something like that. I bought it for $35, sold it for $125. My mom was very happy.
Next section, we're doing Tales of the Flipped. Joe, do
Tales from the Flipped.
Tales from the Flipped. Tales from the Flipped.
So this time for Tales from the Flip, I've asked them to talk about items they thrifted and then gave away as Christmas gifts. What was the best find, and who wants to go? I'm not going to pick anyone. Choose.
I'll go.
Okay, Joe. Thank you.
I got this off of eBay, so it's sort of like not really a thrifted item, but it was like used
No, that
item.
counts.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, good.
eBay's everyone's garage sale.
Resale counts from Thrift.
Well, I did give. Well, there's two I would like to point to that I got. One was a copy of the book John Dies at the End by Jason Pargin. And he, because my sister was a big fan of it. She's like, I'm interested in this book. It's out of print. This is when it was like still sort of a self-published thing or like a micropress thing. So I found a copy on eBay, and then I tracked him down when I was at the Onion. I was like, hey, I'm a features editor at the Onion, and my sister's a really big fan of this book, and could I get you to sign it? Would it be possible to get you to sign it? And he did.
That's such a good gift.
Yeah, and so he signed the book to my sister, and so she, I assume, still has it. And I've kind of kept in touch off and on with Jason Pargin ever since then. So that's like probably the best because I wouldn't say we're friends, but we're like internet. We're not even like internet pals. But we're internet acquaintances, acquaintances, I would say.
Yeah. I like that.
Katie, what about you?
Oh, well, I'm sure I've given better things than this, but this is one that I'm giving this year, which my mom rolled her eyes. So I'm calling her out on this because it's ridiculous for her to roll her eyes. It's for my niece who's 8, but I am kind of obsessed with the old Broadway show.
Les Mis?
And I was really excited to find a 1986 in a child size.
Oh, wow.
They're kind of pricey, actually. They're hard to find. Just for me, I have a little collection because I sort of scour everywhere for them. The three shows that I look for all the time are Cats and Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis. And so those are the 3 that I want. And I'm always looking for the older ones because they're just something about older sweatshirts and, especially the Les Mis ones. They did a series where they had Les Miserables down the arm. I mean, they're great. Anyways, I was thrilled to find this for her.
Right.
This was great. And it's the old 50-50. So it's 50 cotton, 50 poly. It's
Screen
it's
Stars or
what did you say?
Is it Screen Stars?
It is this one. It's the best Fruit of the Loom. It's that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right, that's the one that they use for, that's their screen printing, yeah.
I was really excited because they're not,
awesome.
I mean, it's rare that I could find an adult. To find a kid's was awesome. So,
the fact that we all kind of are aware of the specific Fruit of the Loom labels.
I know, all of us.
We're like, yeah, that one.
It's also like it's a different. It just feels different. Those old T-shirts are just. Sometimes if I can find the old undershirts too for men, those are just the best. They're sort of the nicest cotton in the world. Okay, and then one more thing, real quick.
Please.
This is something newer that we found thrifting in Pennsylvania. That it was like a gift, but he bought it with me, and I was really excited to find it. It's a velvet smoking jacket.
Whoa!
Oh wow, that's the perfect gift for any man.
It's just good for holiday. And it's not vintage. I would love to find a vintage one at some time, but it's sort of this dark.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, man.
With the satin lapels, and it's Hugo Boss.
Wow.
It was like a not vintage. Again, I would love to find a vintage one, but it's in perfect shape. So that's a good find for us. Yeah. Unfortunately, the thrift store knew it. Bummed. It was not with the other jackets in the men's blazer section. They had it sectioned out, and I think it wasn't $9.99. I think we paid $24.99, but I was still like,
Christmas.
That's still great.
Christmas.
Let's do it. And I want to say one of the best thrifted gifts that I've ever received is from Chris. And it was Danny the Champion of the World book.
Yay.
That is one of the best thrifted gifts I've received. I have not gotten a lot of thrifted gifts, and it was very special. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for telling me. It meant
a lot to me. No, I love it, and I love that story. So not just the cat. It was very sweet. Thank you.
And so when you try to quit the show, I'll be like, remember that Danny in the Champion of the World book? Who else is gonna do that for you?
You'll be sorry.
God damn it!
You must send me the recording of this. I'm not quitting the show. Stop it. Don't say that.
So my favorite thrifted gift that I've ever given someone is when I was in I lived in Madison before I got hooked up with the Onion, and I think I was probably might have been writing headlines, but at this point, but I used to work at a sandwich shop called Radical Rye. Radical Rye. That's how, like, 1 block away from the old Onion office. Honestly, I knew everyone by sight, but I was too afraid to say, "Hey, I write headlines for you guys." Go ahead.
Stop.
So I worked there with a guy, and we did a Secret Santa kind of thing. And I'm in Chicago, and I find a trophy of a guy. Basically, what looked like he was throwing a bull by the horns. Like, so he's standing, he's got the bull by the horns behind him, and it looks like he's about to throw this bull away by the horns. And so there's a full bull behind him, holding the bull, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I bought it, and I gave it to him because we had a price limit. It was like $10, and it was like $8 trophy. I'm like, perfect. So I gave it to him, and his response was, "Oh, thanks." Like, it was just like such a.
Did you take it back?
I'm like, do you want? I'll take that back. He's like, no. He was just like a very practical. But he also, the same guy, also came in so drunk and stoned one morning at 6:00 in the morning that he like cut off the tips of one of his fingers, like slicing meat. Yeah, and he told me that he was like pretty high from the night before, and then he cut off his finger. He's like, I should sue the owner, and I'm like, well, not if you don't want them to know that you were high while you were doing this.
Why are you suing him? Because you can't handle a knife, sir?
It was like one of those meat slicers, those things that you slice where you do the.
Yeah, you still have to pay attention.
Totally.
Yeah, what? Oh, I love that. I'm going to sue. Okay, smarty pants.
Yeah, I'm just like, you'll be fine.
That money. Retain that lawyer. I'd love to see this. This will be fun.
Yeah. But I think we did it for our Christmas episode. So I'd like to say 5 stars, gold. Everyone's getting.
We did it.
Happy holiday.
Yeah, happy holiday, everybody.
I think, okay, on the count of 3, we should have a little Christmas carol sing along. But I think it should be we all choose a random Christmas carol that we love. Yep. And we sing it, and we just sing one verse of it. You know Dasher and Vixen,
holy night, I don't really know this song.
The most famous reindeer of all. Good night, everybody. You're a wonderful audience. Thank you all very much.
We'll see you in 2024. Like, share, subscribe. Hold on, and let's do.
Okay.
Yes! All right, we did it. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.
Goodbye, everybody. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy whatever holiday you like to celebrate this time of year. We love you all.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody.
Don't you see the difference in the difference that you make from the cops that you put to the names that you take? You got ladies and bees all giving you honey, and you whack more balls than the cover of money. You know Melissa Cherry doesn't do porn. To get funky and do the popcorn, eat your pies from China. Also they say you'll understand when it opens on Friday. Can I